All right, leaders, this is your story time for the month of June, right? Month of June. So this is the story of Jesus calming the storm. There are no props, no pictures with this. This is all just going to be relying on you reading the story and then having the kids either saying things or doing some motions. So we'll just go through it, and then you'll see there's like lots of options you can use to make this exciting. All right? So, little Tiffy, are you coming to sit with us, or are you filming? Little Tiffy she didn't listen to her leader, so we're going to wait for her to come in. Come on, you got to sit up, honey. All right. All right, you guys ready for the story?
Ready.
This story is called Jesus Calmed the Storm. All right? Yes? Little Tiffy?
Did we already do this? Didn't we do this last week? This story?
Oh yeah, we did this week. We did this last week.
No, Little Tiff. Oh, yes. So Little Tiff's pretending this is week number 3, and she's already heard this story several times because some of you are saying that some of the kids are doing that. So what I recommend to you to do is not go, yes, honey, we're going to have to do it again, but you listen for the kids that might not know it. While that sounds okay and kind, you're giving them permission to go, the same story again, like we didn't plan. We have planned this, guys. Repetition is what they need. So if you introduce it that way, it will feel that way to them. If you tell them to be negative about it and we're doing it again, they'll do that too. This is the age group we're dealing with. So if that happens, yep, we're going to do it again. And what I want you to do, little Tiffy, is I want you to listen and see if you hear anything different. And if at the very end, I'm going to ask you if you noticed anything different about last time. Or if little Tiffy in the middle of it says this, and in the middle I go, you're on the cup story this week, so I get to the cup and I say, okay, little Tiffy, tell us what the cup means. And everybody listen, and little Tiffy's going to say, the tree on the cup stood for what with Zacchaeus?
He climbed all the way up.
Oh, he did. And then go ahead and read what you have. Zacchaeus climbed all the way up so you can see Jesus. So use that to interact with them, and they will be fine. They will enjoy it more. But if you tell them, yeah, we're doing it again, yeah, take one for the team, that is going to create negativity about it. But I guarantee you guys, repetition is fantastic with this age group. Parents are telling us they know the stories better. That's why we're doing this. So I know it can be hard for you as an adult doing it over and over, but just act like it's a new and make it new. Make it as new as you can, where you're more excited each time, or you let the kids interact a little more. You learn as you go. All right, ready for this week's?
Ready.
All right. This is Jesus Calms the Storm. One night, after a long day of preaching to the people, Jesus decided to get into a fishing boat with his disciples and go across the sea to the other side. All right, have any of you ever fished? We're going to be fish, all right? Get your fishing pole, cast out your line, reel it in. All right, we're going to sit and wait for the fish, all right? Leaving the crowd behind, Jesus and his friends got into the boat. So when we get in the boat, we're going to move with the waves. So we're going to go swoosh, swoosh, 4 times, swoosh, swoosh, all right? And it's going to get louder and softer depending on what happens in the story. All right. So they left the crowd behind. They got into the boat. When they had sailed to the middle of the sea, a storm began to kick up the waves. Swoosh. I don't hear you. Swoosh. Swoosh. Let me hear the wind. Swoosh. Oh, good job. When they had sailed, that's the same one. The boat rocked back and forth and up and down over the waves. The storm grew stronger and more furious. Swoosh! Swoosh! Come on! Big wave! Swoosh! Swoosh! Oh, God. Whew, the boat rocked back and forth. So I'm going to mark these so you can tell real easy where you're at, because I see it's not marked well. Jesus had fallen asleep almost as soon as the boat left the shore. Get your pillow. Jesus was asleep. You think he's snoring? He was so tired. Jesus was tired from teaching. Even though the sea was tossing the boat around, he was still asleep. But his disciples were beginning to get really afraid. So whenever I talk about them being scared or afraid of the storm, you're going to say, oh no, we're going to die. All right, ready? Here we go.
Oh no, we're going to die.
Oh, come on, you're going to die. Be scared.
Oh no, we're going to die.
All right. They tried lowering the sail and throwing out the anchor, but nothing worked.
Oh no, we're going to die.
They bailed out the water. So take a bucket and get the water inside the boat and throw it out into the ocean. Get it, bail it out, bail it out. But still, the storm raged. The boat was close to sinking. Oh no, we're gonna die! Finally, they couldn't stand it any longer. Jesus was still sound asleep. So they woke him up. They said, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" All right, so for this part of the story, the wind's going to get really bad. So half of you are going to do big swoosh, 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 and the other half of you are going to go, "Oh no, we're going to die," because it was chaos. All right, ready? Here we go. Everybody try it. Keep doing it until I tell you.
Oh no, we're gonna die!
Keep saying it.
Oh no!
Oh, let me hear the storm.
Oh no, we're gonna die!
With that, keep going. Jesus stood up and Jesus shouted, "Quiet, be still." The storm listened to Jesus. And it died down and the waves grew calm and the boat Jesus was on stopped sinking. Let's make little tiny waves because now they're less than swoosh, swish, swish. Jesus looked at his disciples who were now soaking wet and shaking with fear.
Oh no, we're gonna die!
Oh no, actually he quieted them down. We won't put that one in there. I had to fix that. They were shaking with fear. He said to them, "Why are you so afraid? Didn't you believe that I would take care of you?" The disciples were no longer afraid. Everybody say, "Yahoo!"
Yahoo!
But they were amazed. Wow!
Wow!
They turned to each other and asked, "Who is this?
Who is
Who
this?
is this?
Who is
Ask them,
this?
Who is this?"
Who is this?
Even the storm obeyed him. The
Woo!
end. All right, good job, guys. You can get up and head back to the big room. All right, so just work with it. The more animated you are, the more fun they're going to have. If you think of something, I could do this, I can have them do this. Add it in there. Don't make it too much longer because you want everybody to kind of be on the same wavelength. So add little things as you see fit. And it'll go longer because you're just trying to control the room. But if kids aren't doing it, like encourage them. Come on, bail the water, so you can stretch that stuff out. All right, ladies, anything else that we need to add on thoughts for the story time? Oh, now, leaders, hear my heart on this. We do not want the kids in the room, in the treehouse, we do not want them telling the story. And I know some of them are completely capable, but I really want this to be adults so that you guys can maximize the fun, you guys can maximize the effect. And I just don't think most of the kid helpers are capable of doing that. Not that they aren't doing a good job, but I want it to be super fun, super engaging, and they're just going to read it pretty plain and simple as it is. I want you guys to learn to make the room so much fun for story time, all right? So they can be in here with you, utilize them, talk to them, you can make them feel important. I just don't want the teen or the kid helpers doing the actual leading of the room. All right, anything else, ladies? All right, guys, we love you. You're doing a great job. We love the story time. The kids are learning the story, so just be enthused about it. Watch the videos so you know at the beginning of each month what to do, and then make it your own and have a blast with it. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.